Welcome to the Tower Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Mitch, and as usual, we got Mike.
Yo.
And today we're here to talk about Mordheim, City of the Damned.
Yeah, boy.
Mike's choice. Little announcement. First of all, Discord link in the show notes, description, whatever you want to call it. Follow, like, Spotify, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, whatever it is. And YouTube. We're all on there. We have built a wheel to spin for GameCube games. And we're going to do that after we're done with these Steam games. There's like 30-something games on there, I think. Some of them are across like PS2 and original Xbox, but it's just because while we're here, why not just do them, like the Lord of the Rings series and like some random Sonic games and shit like that. The rule is there's a couple rules to it. So say we spin it and we got like 3 Lord of the Rings games on there. If it lands on like 2 and we haven't done the first one, we're doing the first one first. We're going to at least do like the series in order, shit like that. Also know, like, we already did Wind Waker, but just as an example, if Wind Waker and Twilight Princess were on there, we're not doing back-to-back Zeldas if it ends up landing on those. Shit like that, too. Same thing with, like, say it was Lord of the Rings. Say we got 1, 2, and 3. We're not going to do it back-to-back. We're just going to keep it nice and switching up constantly. But that'll be after all this Steam shit. When October's approaching us, we're probably going to end up interrupting the Steam thing to do that. Just do, like, some Halloween shit, like Halloween animes, like, I don't know, something that would be Halloween-esque, whatever the fuck. Or, like, maybe, I don't know, some kind of movie, some shit. But, yeah, we're going to do that themed up. But that's about it for the announcements on that. So, the GameCube list is going to be super fun. You excited, Mike?
Also involving the list, if you said if we get a game that's a part of the series, we're going to start at the beginning.
No, like a series, like Lord of the Rings. Like, we're going to do, like, Fellowship before we do Twin Towers, obviously. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, just as an example. But, yeah. We're going to be doing all that. It'll be a good time. I'm going to start working on wheels for other consoles, too. Just because we kind of, like, sporadically sometimes we don't even know what to pick. But, so we're just like, well, let's, like, actually do some retro games. You know? And, like, do some lists. Be fun. It's shit that we make anyway. It's not even, like, a list you find online. Just stuff that we know is, like, popular. And, like Zeldas and your fucking Pokemon and your fucking Luigi's and shit like that. So, like,
just some, like, random games that look cool.
Yeah, some of that, too, is in there. Hidden gems. Exclusive to those consoles and shit. Not all the time, but, yeah. But we are here to talk about Mordheim. But, everybody needs to go check out He Is Coming. That's a fun little old-school RPG, roguelike. They just dropped the preview for it, like the quote-unquote preview game. You're just rolling around a big map, like, think the overworld of Zelda 2, but, like, it's more like a maze, and you just hit icons and enemies, and there's, like, I accidentally hit this quick battle thing that just lets me walk through enemies, and if I died or what I took damage of and they died, because, like, it's all auto battle anyway, so you can't do anything to stop it, so you just walk through there, and as the day and night cycle goes through, at the end of every 3 days you fight a boss. And the new Demon King is who is actually coming for you in the end, so that's, like, the ultimate goal of that, is to beat him. So you want to constantly find treasure chests and shit, like, up your stats, and, like, I don't know, regains 1 health every hit, or 1 health every turn, like, just things like that. Super fun, real fast, paced, just fucking go through it if you don't know what to play, and you're just like, I don't really want to have to think or do this, but I want to play a game. That's a good game. It's a good game to play. Played like 7 or 8 rounds in like a half hour. So, I mean, you can just run through it. It's fun.
There's this game I played called Loop Hero a while back where it's like, it's kind of like a racetrack where it loops around. And you get like different panels. I forget exactly how you unlock them, but I think you just kind of get cards every so often. And then you lay down a card next to the road and it creates a new thing. Like there's forest ones and that gives you like wolves or spiders and some shit. And then there's like cities that you can build, and for every like 3 cities or some shit like that, then a goblin village pops up. And your hero travels around in this little loop and like they get experience and new weapons and new shit every time. And like what happened was like this evil necromancer like destroyed the world and shattered reality. And your little loop thing is you like fighting his monsters to regain reality. And you can stop at any point and just take like all the resources and cards you played. And then it adds to like this little like world that you have that's a little village. And then if you go real far in the loop, then the evil necromancer comes out and fights you.
Nice. That's actually a pretty cool concept.
Yeah.
I think you're going to enjoy these 2 games on the GameCube list. I'm pretty sure I asked you before if you played them or not. I don't think you have. The Bait and Kados series. There's Bait and Kados Origins and then like Wings of something. I forget what it is. But it's an RPG, but you use cards.
Huh.
Yeah, like it's old school, like fucking knights and shit like that. Like it's that, but you're using cards the whole time. So I've been curious myself to play it. I've only played like maybe 20-30 minutes of it, and that was like basically the intro and what like setting you up to like go on your journey. But it's not really my style, but it's kind of like it's a GameCube exclusive, so I figured we'd cover it. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. I figured you'd probably like that a lot, so those 2 games are in there. I know you're gonna hate them.
Like the reason why I really like Slay the Spire is because like a lot of my games are like super involved and they take like a long time. Like case in point is the game we're playing today, but so Slay the Spire, especially if you get good at it and know what all the cards do, it takes like an hour and a half. You know?
Yeah, I get it. That kind of brings me back to He Is Coming. It's like you don't really know what you want to do, and you're just kind of like trying to chill and play a game.
Yeah.
It's like that was like really refreshing and fun to play that. Like I didn't know how it was going to turn out.
Yeah, Slay the Spire like saves before each floor, and it saves after each floor. So like you can just quit the game whenever the fuck you feel like it, and just come right back to it. The card draws are always like the same, unless you do something like profoundly different. You're probably gonna get the same game.
Oh, so like you want to do your board, like your builds and shit, and then like kind of just choose different things to switch the game up, like every encounter, like, oh, put your hand in the hole, yes or no. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you can't really do that because it saves before and after. So if you make a choice, if there's a question room where you have to make a choice, then if you make the choice, I'm pretty sure you're locked into it.
No, I mean like every different run through you do. So if you want to switch it up,
yeah.
you just choose a different choice. Yeah, I mean we played it for the show. I'm pretty sure, didn't we?
I don't think so.
I thought we did Slay the Spire for the show. I mean, I've played it before. I didn't play much of it, but it is a fun game. So.
Yeah, you got the second boss. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I got my fucking ass kicked, though. Like, really bad.
Oh, yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah, I get that. That RPG, that Bait and Kados game, I don't know how it's gonna go, but it does look cool, so. Monkey Ball's on there, fucking Twilight Princess is on there. We've already done Wind Waker. We've already done Sunshine. We've already done Luigi's Mansion, so those aren't on there. So we kind of kicked out some of the top games in there, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But, I mean, there's hidden gems like fucking Gotcha Force. That game's super fun. Sonic Heroes is on there. I used to play that when I was younger, but never, like, went through the whole thing. So, that'll be cool. Sonic Adventure.
Again, I didn't get around to.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure. The director's cut of that. I played it, and I played through it on just like one character, and beat it. I also did it on the Dreamcast on the original back in the day. My friends next door used to clean out houses as a job, and they found a fucking Dreamcast, dude. All the hookups and a controller, and fucking Sonic Adventure was inside of it, and I just fucking plugged it in. No memory card, so I plugged it in and just fucking played through a Sonic with one sitting. And then I was like, yeah, I beat it. And then it's like, nah, you got like 5 other characters, dude. You have to play the game like 6 fucking different characters. So we're probably gonna have to like, each of us like fucking pick 3 characters and just fucking each do 3. I mean, the playthrough that I recently did of it took me like 2 hours. Maybe. 2-3 hours for a character. So it's like, it's nothing really. Tops were maybe playing 9 hours for our section. You know what I mean?
Thinking you probably have to do what you have to do in the second one, where you have to beat both stories, and then you can unite all the Chaos Emeralds, and then you become Super Sonic and fight whoever the boss is in that one.
Maybe. I've never done it, so I mean, we could. I mean, truthfully, we'll have 2 weeks to fucking play a Sonic game, man. Well, we could just probably do all of them, you know?
Yeah,
same thing with the second one is also on there.
I will voluntarily. I don't know. I want to express what will happen, but I also don't think I should. But
express what will happen.
Sonic beating Sonic S6 in a week.
Nah, we're in.
That's like torture.
Well, this game's actually fun. See, I've never played Sonic 06, but everything you tell me just tells me have zero interest in Sonic 06. Like, at all.
You spend an hour falling in a hole, and then you pass that hole finally, and then you fall in another hole.
I'm trying to think what else is fucking on there. Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 is on there. Yeah. That'll be super fun. I can't wait for that.
Prime.
Yeah, Prime's on there, and Prime 2. Yeah, there's a...
Every time you say just Prime, since you don't really like Metroid games as much as I do, I always think you're talking about Primal, that like little toy fucking series, and they had like that really weird like video game projection thing or some shit. I forget exactly what it was. It was like a fighting video game where you were like big ass mutated fucking dinosaurs or like giant monkeys or some shit.
I don't know. Fucking speaking of toys, Chibi Robo's on there. I'm gonna be playing that one on my Switch too. Or I think there's because the GameCube emulator's on there, so I want to see it like crisp. Yeah. I think they are making a remake of Chibi Robo as well. So, I mean, if it doesn't get picked by then, that bitch comes out. I mean, might just have to play that remake, dude, because I've always been so interested in that game, even though I've played like 5 minutes of it before, and it's just like, you're this really slow-moving robot, and I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna fix that, or if there's like something more to it. I think I was just drunk and turned it on, and was like, yeah, right now this ain't it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to do something, man. Yeah, there's a fucking plethora of genres and games in there. So, it'll be fun. You ready to talk about Mordheim?
Should play Snake for the show.
Oh yeah, let me break out my old Nokia, brother.
Hell yeah.
Fucking let me pull it out of the fucking wall like Sword in the Stone. You know what I mean? Just fucking chuck that bitch. It don't break.
I'm kind of debating, though, if we should put those Namco arcade museums in there.
I have no problem with doing it, truthfully. Like
Yeah.
I've played them before on PS2. They're the same fucking things, but they're they're really fun. It's just a whole bunch of old fun ass games. You know?
Yeah. I had this weird, like, handheld thing. I forget, like, which one inspired which, but, like, it was kind of like the Game Boy Color, where it was purple and clear.
Oh, okay.
But one of them made me get the other one. But it had like 200 games on it, and it was like, the same thing with the phone type graphics. And there was like this game that just popped in my head where you're driving through traffic essentially. This is definitely a game for kids, and you just kind of like weave through the traffic, and
So
the
it's
cars just kind of appear. No, you're driving down the road, and then cars come down, and you gotta like drive in and out of the cars. They're like different speeds and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fun. That actually sounds really fun. I don't know. Have you ever played Paperboy?
Yeah,
I've never played Paperboy still to this day, I don't think. Maybe like once. Is that game fun? I hear it's like very beloved.
it's one of those games that it's like fun to lose at because it's like you score bad if you hit somebody in the face with a newspaper, but you get to hit somebody in the face with a newspaper. So it's like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what else we should really plug into that wheel is Crazy Taxi. Just because
Skate or die.
it's there. Or Skate or Die. Or Aggressive Inline.
Yeah.
We don't have any Mario sports games on this list. We may add them. Not sure. I mean, I'm pretty down with playing tennis, truthfully. Just because
You know what's hilarious?
Mario Tennis is fucking awesome. What's up?
It's hilarious that like Nintendo is like the only one that can actually make sports games because EA owns like all the other ones.
Well, they're out with NCAA now, back again, because they're actually paying the athletes. That was like the big deal with that whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
What's gonna be a crazy list is the fucking Wii list that we come up with. Like, there's
Original
Xbox is gonna be a vibrant fucking wheel, man. So many like groundbreaking games on that thing. Same thing with like the Wii is just gonna be like basically all hidden gems essentially, because I don't know. I don't know if you feel the same way I do about the Wii, but I feel like they like hardly put anything. It's like, oh, we're gonna experiment with our shit, but like Pokemon Revolution is on it. I'm pretty sure that's not even like a real Pokemon game. I think you just battle shit. It's like kind of like Stadium or some shit, but Diamond and Pearl style. I don't fucking know.
See, like, the thing with the Wii and the Wii U is, like, they are so much the gimmick, and then, like, the Wii games that are really good, like, don't really use the gimmick too much, or it's like Pikmin, where it's just so practical that it's useful.
I feel like the best way to do the Wii list, truthfully, is to, like, you come over here, something, and we just, like, spend a weekend playing said game. Like, Pandora's Tower is this fucking insanely awesome game that you would, I don't know if you would love that game, but the aesthetic and the, like, story for that game is, like, totally right up your fucking alley. It's like this fucking princess or some shit, I'm pretty sure, is, like, kidnapped. And it's this tower, and there's this, like, mutated evil old woman with, like, this fucking demon growing out of her back. And it's, like, grotesque as fuck. And she's like, I can help you. ... Ha ha ha. And you, like, go up these towers, and you have, like, this swingy fucking chain. And you're, like, just fucking going up through the aesthetic kind of reminds me of, Shadow of the Colossus. But, like, in a tower. Yeah, and the boss fights are, like, crazy. You're, like, fucking whipping chains on them and, like, tearing them apart and all this fucking crazy shit. But it's, like, it's very Shadow of the Colossus-esque.
Sick.
Yeah, that's, like, one of those hidden gems. Same thing with, The Last Story is supposed to be an extremely good RPG that I've still yet to play, but I have it. And
that's familiar.
Yeah, it's made by Xseed. Xseed makes like a lot of like really good games, truthfully, but they're more like hidden games, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have some fun. 3DS list, I fucking can't wait for that. The DS list will be weird. Sega list, pretty excited because I gotta beat Aladdin finally. Like Aladdin has to be beaten.
My experience with Sega was like Mortal Kombat, and then like a bunch of like I don't know what you'd call them, like Beavis and Butthead and Ren and Stimpy, and
yeah,
I played this like Tiny Toons game a lot because I was like 2 or 5 or some shit. I don't remember.
Yeah, like I think it was last weekend or the weekend before that. I turned on my Sega Mini and I played World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. It's just a game I had when I was a kid, and it was like really hard. And I just played through it in one sitting and finally beat it. And it's like, dude, this game is still fucking kind of hard, man. It was so enjoyable, though. I did it in like 2 hours, maybe. Like, I just sat there, drank some beer, and just had a good old fucking time. Like, it was fun. Yeah, well,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, like the idea still crosses my mind because Casey brought it up, and I think you did too. Whenever we made the GameCube list, was, well, how about we have a wheel for wheels? That way, it's like, do we just do GameCube wheel straight through, or do we spin a wheel to pick a console to spin a wheel on that console to pick a game? You know?
Like a clock. We have a series of spinning wheels that lead to one wheel spinning to tell us what time it is.
Right? We just sit there and just fucking clench our assholes. We're like, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Make like one of those fucking gumball machines with like a super elaborate like fucking thing at the bottom. You know, like they got the big slides and shit.
Right. We got a lot to talk about. Well, you're gonna have a lot to talk about because this is 40K universe here. Let's start up the general conversation for the episode. Mordheim, City of the Damned, is a tactical role-playing game. Is a tactical role-playing game video game. That's how it says this. Developed by Rogue Factor, a branch of Cyanide. I don't know. For Microsoft Windows and published by Focus Home Interactive on November 19th, 2015. The game is based on Game Workshop's 1999 tabletop game Mordheim. Gameplay. Mordheim City of the Damned is based on the Mordheim tabletop game, which is a skirmish-oriented derivative of the larger Warhammer Fantasy war games. Accordingly, the video game gives the player in control of a small warband that battles against rival teams over resources such as wordstones around the twisting alleyways of Mordheim. At the start of the game, the player chooses a faction. Your choices are the Sisters of Sigmar, mercenaries from the Empire, the Skaven, or the Cult of the Possessed. DLC later, this is me talking this time, like me adding in a little bit. Later on, DLC gave us, the Undead and the Witch Hunters. And over the course of the game, is given the opportunity to improve their warband's strength by recruiting, leveling, improving, customizing a roster of warriors as well as their equipment. Losing battles can lead to permanent injuries or even death of the members of the warband, so the emphasis is on careful engagements and survival. In addition to a single-player campaign, players can take their warbands and challenge other players online, which I will never do. But I will tell you, I'm probably going to keep playing this game, because now, here's the thing, I didn't know that even if you lost, the game wasn't like, fuck you. So I didn't know that. So I pretty much played this game repeatedly the first fucking round or so, because I'm terrible at it, with every different fucking faction, and the game's really hard. The game will fuck you in the ass until you bleed.
Yeah.
That's this game. Metacritic gave it a 74 out of 100. PS4, it gave it a 72 out of 100. The PC was the 74. I think it is, truthfully, a great game. I'm not into Warhammer, and I was into it. If you like tactical games and you like getting your ass raped, play this game. It is a good time, but not a good time at the same time. So, I really like this game. So,
you said 40K. 40K is the far future, the 41st millennium, or whatever. You know what I mean? 40,000 is what year it is in 40K. This is fantasy, so this is way before all that shit.
Oh, so it's not. So Warhammer isn't Warhammer 40K. It's just Warhammer. And then there's 40K, and then there's fantasy. Okay. I just thought it was all 40K.
No. The demons crossover, and I think that's about it.
Gotcha. Let's talk a little bit about each faction. Lead the way, Mike, because I don't know fucking shit about this stuff.
I don't really know anything about 3 of the factions.
Just
I only played. I played the 3 other factions: the Skaven, Undead, and Cult of the Possessed. And I'm not really up to snuff on Warhammer Fantasy lore. I know Mordheim takes place around the end of the world, and what is it? In the intro, it says this city was just an abomination, essentially, and they had an annual festival, and instead of the festival being what it was intentionally being or supposed to be, celebration of Sigmar, which is I think he made the Empire or whatever, and it was just this debauched hedonistic ritual, and so Sigmar smited them with his hammer in the form of a giant comet that struck the earth. And now it has Weirdstone all over the place, and Skaven really like Weirdstone because they make shit out of it. And they have to go to their giant horned rat, which is their god. And don't know much about the undead. They have really cool names. And Cult of the Possessed. I'm not exactly sure. I know sometimes it has backlash for your spells. It'll say certain gods. It says Tzeentch a lot for my undead. Did you use any spells? Did anything like that happen to you?
No, nothing like that. While you were talking, I was listening and looking up a couple of things, like the Sisters of Sigmar and the Cult of the Possessed. Cult of the Possessed is a warband from Mordheim known for its dedication to the Shadow Lord, a chaos entity that resides in the pit at Mordheim's heart. The cult's followers, known as Possessed, are transformed into monstrous fucking daemons. Yeah.
Yeah, they spell demons different in Warhammer.
They do that in Final Fantasy 15 too. They're called daemons. Yeah, I don't.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damons. Just a whole bunch of Matt Damons. That'd be intense. The Sisters of Sigmar, formerly known as the Order of Merciful Sisters of Sigmar, are an order of priestesses dedicated to the cult of Sigmar. Sigmar. They reside in their convent on Sigmar's Rock in Mordheim, where they have been protecting humanity from various threats since the Great Cataclysm in 1999 IC. Okay. Historically, they traveled the Empire, healing the sick, tending to orphans, and providing counsel. However, their popularity has waned due to accusations of witchcraft and persecution by witch hunters, leading to a retreat from their to their fortress in Mordheim, where they continue their sacred duty of gathering weird stones to protect the Empire. So I guess there's some light in 40k. That's about it. So like a little blink of light, because everything's just death and destruction and Warhammer. but they could be witches, so who knows? Mercenaries are just fucking mercenaries, I guess. So.
You posted something to the Discord, not to interject, but it was too much, but I seen like the same meme and I love it. It has like a Black Templar fucking killing a Jedi. It's like the Force is magic and magic is heresy.
Yeah, I saw that randomly yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna post this in the fucking meme channel for Mike because he's gonna love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so gameplay. Every mission is set up a little bit differently. So what you have is, there's like a little bit of micromanagement in this. You start out big menu. You can go to the shop. You can go to the shipment thing. Every once in a while, the shipment pops up that you have to fulfill, or you get punished in one way or another. I was punished once, and like I don't even know what it did, but if you don't make the shipment, you get punished. The shipment is weird stones. However many, what kind, a weight, whatever the fuck, you ship it out and you will be rewarded with more money. And didn't you say like certain new things will come to the shop and shit like that?
You get, I think for fulfilling the shipments, you get rewarded special items and shit like that. My shop gets like a bunch of shit.
Mine does not.
Holy fuck.
Mine does not at all. And I completed a shipment and nothing changed, I don't think. That's why I was very confused about exactly what it did. But besides that, you have your warband management tab, and you can fucking change their armor, their weapons, level them up, certain skills. I don't like how the skill thing works, because at the end of every battle, once you get enough experience for each character, they'll give you points to spend in like actual stats, but like you have a window of 3 stats in each one of these blocks, and it'll only give it to you to like a random block, so you can only pick from one of those 3 stats. You know what I mean? So you're like limited when that happens. And also, once you actually level up, you get new abilities which cost money, and you train them up like that, like passive and offensive abilities. You got that. You can change, like I said, the weapons, the armor, accessories. You can also change the color of like every piece of armor and shit like that, so you can like really customize up your characters and shit. I do like that little bit of aspect to it. Different units, you have to hire them all. Now here's a big thing. Here's how I fucked up. And you were in Discord with me when I fucking did it. I ran out of money. This is how you really lose at the game. I ran out of money to pay my warband and to treat their injuries, which also take days sometimes to heal their injuries so they can become available. So you want to have like reserve characters. So I ran out of money and I didn't have a warband anymore. So that was fucking shit. I just spent all
the ideal situation for whenever you start out is kind of like, don't really focus on winning the missions. Just kind of like meatball up, like get all your guys in a circle, and then like move towards weird stone, like big deposits of them, and try to grab as much as you can without exposing yourself too much. And then anytime the enemy gets you, just immediately surround them and kill like them off one by one. And you just kind of do that for a while, and then anytime anybody gets injured, that's when you buy a reserve to switch them out. So like you keep your money like as you need it, and don't really focus on anything except for maybe getting some weird stone and looting the people that you killed, so you can get some better weapons or sell them, because some units have weapon specializations in certain things, and like, I keep getting these fucking giant flail things, and they're like magical ones, and I'm like, fuck yeah. And then I go to equip them, and like none of my units use it, so I have to just sell it.
Yeah, I've never even found a magic weapon, I don't think. Yeah, so it's weird how the game is. Whenever you can pay scouts to find new missions, essentially, and every mission could be different, as in the formation. So you can have ones where everybody's together, and then other ones will require your team to be broken all over the fucking place, or like 3 groups of 3. And you can choose where to position everybody, but it's still going to end up like that. That's why I just launch, and I just let it randomly do it anyway. Doesn't really matter to me. There's that, and like whenever you're doing combat, you run so many tiles essentially, but there's no tiles. You can go wherever you want, and you can backtrack too, but as long as you don't hit end turn.
Run into a trap.
Yeah, essentially. You can do that fucking shit, and it sucks. There's fucking traps everywhere, like these fucking weird things on the ground that'll spray you with shit that has random effects. Some of them will just stop you in your tracks and you can't move anymore. The combat is you run up to somebody and hit them or shoot them from far away, whatever. But the thing is, when you surround somebody, you have these little circular lines around you. And if they intersect, which they will, outside of an enemy, you cannot push one of your people in between those lines to get an attack on. So you really need to, view the battlefield constantly and see what you're doing exactly and who's going to show up to do what and see where other enemies are. Every single turn you need to, keep an eye on that. Otherwise, you can just, totally get fucked. Mike did good.
A lot of times,
Mitch did not.
Sometimes I would end a turn on, a jump spot, and then, nobody else can access that jump spot because he's on it.
Happened to me.
Or if there's, a bridge, if you put somebody on that bridge and don't think if you're positioning on the bridge, then other people won't be able to walk around you. So.
Yeah, you can't just walk through your people and shit like that. There's also...
How do you like the not being locked to a grid? Truthfully, I like it puts you into the third person of your character, and you have little walking animation and everything, and you get to just trout around the map and then go back and explore and shit. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, you can scavenge too. There's sometimes it'll say a ward stone on your map, your overview map. And you can't find the word stone, but there's a bag, and it has a little glowing light coming out of it. You just scavenge there, and you can find weapons, coins, fucking the ward stone, whatever the fuck. You'll find all that shit. Like Mike said, if you park your shit, your dude, on top of a jump spot, because you have to jump up and down obstacles and shit to go through the whole damn place if you really explore, you cannot use that. It will not put you right next to them. It will not put you through them like any other game would. You are fucking stuck there. And that's where I come back to the part that I don't like about the combat, where if those 2 rings are intersecting, even though I can literally touch the other enemy because I'm that close, it will not let me attack because for some reason these little circles matter more than actual fucking, I don't know, reality? I'm right up against you. There's no reason why I can't swing my sword. You know what I mean? That shit fucked me so many times because I just didn't realize that I couldn't get through until one of the last games I played. You know?
Yeah, it happened to me a few times. A lot of shit's a lot of this game's about positioning as well, and one of the times that it does fuck me is you'll get a clutch of weird stone, and you'll have one of your frontliners. At least mine have the least movement, and so I'll have enough action points to get to. I think they're called tactical points in this game, but I'll have enough action points to move to the weird stone and then pick one up. but then it ends my turn because I'm out of action points, and since I'm on a clutch, I can't have other teammates come pick it up. I have to wait till next turn with that character again.
Yeah, there's also another shitty thing that happens. If you fill up all your slots with like Wordstone, you can't pick any more up, so you either have to go back to your wagon and just deposit them in there, which just takes entirely too much time. It's really not worth it.
Yeah.
That happens, and if you accidentally hit the wrong button, like I did many times, I would loot all the shit off some dude, and I can't put it back. And now I don't have room for Wordstone. So you have to, like, look at every single thing and make sure you do every single thing right, or you can, like, just fuck yourself in so many ways in the game. So you gotta be on point constantly.
Yeah, one of the most annoying parts about that, which, like, I get why they have limited inventory space, just
yeah,
like
that's
any
fine.
other thing would.
Let me drop shit, though.
I'm kind of okay with that, too. I guess if there's more chests and more things for you to deposit stuff into, it would be better. But, it doesn't tell you what is in your inventory. I could not find a way to check my character's inventory, so it's like, I'm gonna move this one character across the map and then hope they have inventory space. So I would end up sending like 2 or 3 over to just some random area where I know there's not going to be enemies.
Yeah, see, I hardly ever knew when there was... Because, like, normally you can see the enemies on the board once everything really gets going in the match. But until somebody shows up and attacks, they will not show up on your overworld map for you to actually look at everything. So until that happens, you won't know where the enemy team is. That is very, I don't know, gives me anxiety. I'm like, oh, there's one here. Okay, well, anxiety is like the totally wrong word. It just kind of puts me on edge a little bit. Just a tiny bit. And I'm just like, alright, well, if there's one here, that means there's probably 3 more around. And, like, next turn, they just start fucking... You see them running by the buildings and shit. Especially the Skaven, they're fucking creepy as fuck looking when they run through the place. And you're just like, oh shit, which way are they coming from? And you gotta, like, constantly check that map. Because the map also shows the arrow that you're facing in. And everything looks the same in these cities, pretty much. So you can get really disoriented if you don't pay attention to which way your character is facing on the map. Because it'll have a little gold arrow showing you. It's like, well, I need to turn around and go help my dude. If you don't check that map, you could just be running in the complete opposite direction. And not just totally fuck everything up. You know? This game is about paying attention. Paying attention simulator is this game. Essentially. I still had a lot of fun despite my bitching. Tons of fun once I realized, oh, you lost. It's not really that big of a deal. And truthfully, I lost so many times, and I never lost an arm or an eye or anything like that. You said you were losing tons of shit, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. I went through, I want to say about 50 days. Pretty much did a match every day because I organized my team properly and minimized casualties, so I would switch when needed, and I always had an ample amount of people. And but like I had to fire a few people because they accumulated so much damage. I had 4 people die, I think, just straight out. The 2 of the minions, they were mostly minion or henchmen or whatever, and then 1 hero. The hero had like 2 impacted vision things, so their like hit rate was like 60%, and then they lost an eye, and I'm like, okay, like I can't do this. You gotta be fired. I'm sorry. And then
I've never fired anybody yet.
The 2 henchmen that I fired, they had fractured skulls, which every injury kind of has like a give or take kind of thing. Like the arm, losing an arm, you can't have a shield, you can't dual wield, but you have a dodge of plus 20%. And then like, there's even one for losing an eye, but like, there's certain ones, like the impacted vision one just makes like your current skill level go down by 1, and then your maximum go down by 1. But there are 2 fucking injuries that are worse than death. Or, I don't know. You kind of lose the person no matter what, so it can't really be worse. But, it's stupidity and a fractured skull. These 2 injuries make it so you have to make intelligence rolls to see if you get to take your turn at all.
Yeah, when it comes to things that are just like fucked, there are 2 things. Everything else can be totally avoided if you know what you're doing. Everything that I've bitched about can be totally avoided if you know what you're doing. Except these 2 things, which are, if you fight the undead is a DLC character. Alright? The undead will come up to you, and every time they even come in your presence, you have to do a fear check. And if you roll badly, RNG rolls badly, which it happens a lot, you fucking lose the fear check, and you can't counterattack, you just get fucking smacked, you can't even attack. It's fucking stupid. And the other reason that's fucking stupid is, I don't have the DLC, so why am I fucking fighting this thing? Like, why am I even fighting these guys? That shit pisses me off, and the routing check. The routing check doesn't make sense whenever... Okay, at the end of every round of the match, I'm just going to call them round. Yeah, they're rounds. Even the announcer even calls them rounds, right? Okay, so at the end of every round, which is when every single player on the board has taken the turn, you have a routing check. Routing check will say whether you instantly lose or you guys are totally fine. Now, I have killed more people on their team than they have killed of mine, but since they killed my hero, because I don't have my hero, it makes my chances less. So, I lose the routing check, I instantly lost. Meanwhile, their fucking hero, and their leader, and their fucking other people are all hurt so fucking badly, this is going to take 1 or 2 more hits to kill them. You have a morale meter on your upper left-hand corner of your fucking screen. If that morale level is low, then you will just, no matter what, even if everything I just told you happened like it did to me, you can lose the routing check and instantly lose. That shit is fucking stupid. I do not like that at all, because it's like, I get where it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense whenever I'm about to kill all of you. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of unfair, like, because it doesn't take the HP drop of all the other people. It just says how many people are still alive. What chance do you have? It doesn't say what chance do you have. It's just, oh, well, you know, you lost your hero, and even though they're all about to die, well, you know, I guess you guys lose. It's like, bro, I am loaded to the teeth with Wordstone. There's no reason for me to lose right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pisses me the fuck off.
For the undead, I'm pretty sure it's only the vampire and the vampire thrall that force you to make fear checks. The Dreg or whatever, he doesn't. And
is he the little zombie-looking dude with the hunchback?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had to do a fear check with him. And it was because I was all alone. There, you also have all alone checks, too. So, that's fun.
Yeah, so getting surrounded is very bad.
Yeah, there's also... Your positioning, like Mike was saying, does matter a lot, because you can take an archer, for instance, and put him up in a building, or just put him out in the open and set him to Overwatch mode. Anybody that comes, like, even remotely near him in line of view, he will just shoot them, and you get a free shot. Even if he doesn't make it over to you. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You'd set up
whenever
ambushes.
I played Cult of the Possessed, I had, like, 2 archers. I ran like 2 archers in a group before. It's kind of okay. The thing is that like when you engage people, they like have to fight you or they have to take action or so many strategy points to be able to disengage you and then move. So it's more like you have more control over the enemy whenever you engage them.
Yeah. You can set up ambushes too. If anybody gets close to you and you're a melee character and they run into that red, for fuck's sake, don't fucking set it up in front of a wall. That bubble does not extend past that wall. So they need to like run into your bubble, quote unquote, for you to ambush them. You'll just run up and get a free hit. And they can also counterattack that hit. And you can counterattack that hit. So like it can get really weird out there. The game's all about strategy and paying attention. Like I said, 1,000,000 fucking times. Like that's all I think. Very dark environment. It's 40K. If you know anything about 40K, which is probably why you're listening to this episode, you probably know what this game is. So I don't even really have to explain that to you. You know.
Yeah, this was a specific board game called this with the same name, and I think they discontinued it, but it was like in 40K they have a skirmish game like this. Is called Kill Team, and they use like completely different dice. But supposedly this game is as true to the tabletop as it possibly can be. That's why I think they have that little circle thing, because it might be like the miniatures base.
See, I would play this tabletop game. Like IRL, I would play this. Because it's not like I don't have to move a unit. I can do whatever I want. You know?
Yeah.
And that's like when me and you played actual 40K, like it was kind of like just moving the whole unit everywhere. And like we ended up in that stalemate that one time where it's like, we move back to the end of the board. We move forward to the end of the board. We can't do anything because we'll fuck each other if any of us move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were playing without objectives. If we played with objectives, that would be completely different.
Oh, I'm sure. I do not like objectives. Like, I like objectives in D&D because there's just pretty much one solitary fucking objective, the big main goal, and then there's like, oh, well, you just kind of created a path that you should go fucking do this. You know what I mean?
Well, they're objective markers. They're like holding strategic positions on the board and shit like that. Like how a battle would be, you know?
Is it based on how many turns or something? To like hold that position? Is that how that works on the actual...
At the end of... I forget. It's the start of the other person's turn, or like the end of their turn, or some shit. That's whenever you score.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, we never play objective, so we just kind of firefight.
Yeah, I was trying to ease you into it and get you used to like doing this shit, the normal shit, not worrying about like objectives and secondary shit.
Yeah. I would imagine you also have to whip out the tape measure for this, like, actual tabletop game.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I don't think there's anything... is there anything you want to add to it?
There's story missions. I beat the first act, and, story missions are pretty hard. The first one, I think they're different for each faction as well. But our first one for Undead was the Sisters of Sigmar. We had to go to a church and corrupt it. We had there's fountains that we had to corrupt, and then we had to corrupt this sarcophagus. And the sarcophagus had a fucking divine aura around it. So if we got close to it, it hurt us. So we had to figure out a way to corrupt it and then steal the sarcophagus. And that was the end of the mission. But this took 15 turns maybe.
Jesus.
And, yeah. There was I think the courtyard was open for the fountains, and then when you got in the church, there was like some really motherfucking strong chick that knocked out my hero or my leader, and also for the story missions, you have faction specific like super strong units. They're the narrators for like your missions and stuff. And they'll join you in the story missions, and they have to survive. If they get knocked out, you lose the mission instantly. But they're pretty fucking strong.
Yeah.
And
well, when you go through, if you go through like multiple missions, like you said, you don't have to worry about winning it at first, and that's the best way to look at it. Because once I started doing that, I actually did a whole lot better. You get different units as well as your warband levels up, so you can hire more units and stronger units too. And every mission it will tell you what is it, like the scavenge level and the wordstone level, like, oh, it's average or poor, and then it'll say like the difficulty level, like brutal or fucking hard, bloody, whatever the fuck. Normal, poor, average. So yeah, you basically, where you feel confident, that's what you pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My counter to the routing thing though is that that has saved my ass like several times before, because it's like you fuck up your positioning, or they ambush you whenever you're not ready, and you like instantly lose like 3 guys.
See, that never happened to me. I only ever won the routing when I was just fucking crushing them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you lose the routing.
Oh.
I'm saying that.
Oh, like the aftermath.
You have those like 2 situations where you like instantly lose 3 people, and then your other people are badly positioned, and then vulnerable to being surrounded and picked off.
Gotcha.
So you have that happen to you, and it's like you either those 3 guys are going to have a chance of taking some type of injury, and then you got like your other 3 people. It's like if you didn't have to fail the routing test, then those other 3 people would die and also potentially face injury. So it like saves your ass when you're not doing great, but whenever it's close, yeah, it can fuck you.
Yeah, see, I never had to worry about that because I never got hurt. The worst injury I got was somebody had a hole in their fucking chest and he just recovered from it.
Yeah. Like an
anime. Yeah. I'm Krillin.
So I'm fine, guys. I just need to grab my legs over
there. Right. You good with you get anything else to
add? I really enjoy this game. A lot more than I thought I would, or a lot more than I remembered. I've always had like this itch for like these strategic games and more like customizable, personable things. That's what I was doing, like the Nuzlocke and shit like that. And like Fire Emblem has like the insta-death or the permadeath mechanics, and XCOM as well.
Fuck XCOM.
And yeah, like XCOM's kind of too hard, and it like
fuck
this
XCOM.
Game. Whenever it says 66%, I actually think, hey, I still might be able to hit. In XCOM, it was like you can get 90, and it's like I might miss this. You know, it's more satisfying in that manner because you have like stances and shit, so more goes into it than just raw percentage of hit chance. And then like the permadeath mechanics always make everything more meaningful, but they also add like a stressfulness to the game, to the point where like I play Fire Emblem games like it is like playing chess with like your family members, you know, Like I have to do this perfect. I have to save every other round. I have to make sure nobody ever dies, because if they die, I can't use them, and then I feel bad. And this game gives you whenever you get knocked out, you have a chance of getting injured. You have a chance of dying. It makes it and then your injuries, you have to live with them instead of them just being gone. You get this. Their play style changes, and they become more unique, so they're more customized to your personal experience, So this game was so much more fulfilling on those levels than XCOM and Fire Emblem are.
Yeah, whenever you win around, when you win a match in this game, it's like beating a fucking Souls boss that you got stuck on for a long time. You're like, fuck yeah, dude, fuck yeah. Now I'm actually doing something. Because your first few rounds, you're probably going to get the shit kicked out of you. Pretty bad. And that's the thing Mike brought up to me. Even if you lose, if the character that collected the word stone doesn't die and you lose to a routing or whatever, you still get to keep those word stones. So there is a little bit of forgiveness. Just a little bit. I still prefer Fire Emblem over this. That one, what was it, Awakening that we played for the show? That you made me play? Yeah, that game is... that game was fucking awesome. I fucking love the shit out of that fucking game. And, so I'm gonna prefer Fire Emblem over this. Just really forgiving. It really is, but, at the same time, it's not. I don't know. I just like that shit more. But, this game, you just, feel good when you fucking win. You feel fucking awesome. So, yeah. Definitely recommend. It's also super cheap on Steam. I think it's $15 or $20 or something like that. You can just fucking grab that shit up, play it. I mean, as many times as you're gonna die, you're gonna have a ton of time to fucking play it. So it's worth the pennies, Next game is my pick. We bought this game. I don't think we bought it as part of the summer sale, but we're doing it just because it's a big, long game, kind of get it out of the way, and Mike really enjoyed the first one. This is one of my favorite games ever created. Yakuza 8 Infinite... Yeah, it's technically the 8th one, so Yakuza 8. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. That's what we're going to do. Can't wait to see Ichiban again, back in action, and the anime show we're going to do next, which will be next week, is going to be Dan to Dan, since everybody loves that show. I love it too. So we're just gonna throw down some fucking good old fun these next 2 weeks. Anything else to add, Mike? That's the third time I've asked you that. What's that?
I said another hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Alright, we'll catch you guys next week.
Adios, muchachos.